Okay, so we're ready to start. Let me send the link quick, and then we know we can start right now. Let me send the link, and then we can start right now. Oh God, okay, I made a mistake here. Okay. We start right now. Okay, we start very soon. Excuse me, sorry. So first and foremost, let me just check first if everything's in order. I think there was a little confusion, a little bit, from one of my student Pumzilla. She did not understand. I was supposed to explain to her. So Pumzile, Fifi, Shabani, and everybody, Lefa, and everybody who drink Kumai. Okay, so I want to taste face and see if my microphone can be heard because the other day we had a session and then I realized the microphone was not working. It was working, but okay, okay, perfect. Okay, cool. So first and foremost, so look, if you have any question, right, you can pick up your phone and call me. Okay, you can pick up your phone and call me, or you can write under the comments and tell me, hey, I don't understand. Repeat. Okay, and then I'm gonna do that. Let's get started. So first and foremost, let me pull up my calculator here so you can be able to see everything's live. Okay, sure. Make sure you have your calculator with you. Having a calculator with you is very, very crucial. Having a calculator with you is very, very crucial because most of the stuff you're gonna use a calculator. So put your calculator close to you. Okay. Okay, let me check my calculator too, and then we can get started here. Solve all this question. I see you right there, Pumzile. Are you live? Fifi, Dlamini, see all of you right there. So let's get started. So I'm gonna pull up my calculator just a minute. Casual calculator, yes, right here. I got my calculator. Get your calculator. Get your calculator, please. Get your calculator, right? Get your calculator. I'm getting my calculator. Make sure calculator. After you get your calculator, let me know how. Tell me you have a calculator already, so we can continue. Okay, okay. You can leave a comment. Tell me, hey, I already have my calculator. Then we can get started. Okay, so my calculator is up already. Okay, let me get my calculator right here. Okay, my calculator is up. You're gonna see it now. Yes, right there. See my calculator is visible right there. So we can get started. So first and foremost, I'm gonna do this question right here, right? So I'll be speed up a little bit, but you can ask me the question anytime. So today we're gonna do more of the equation of a line, graph, intercept, and how to get the question of a line, slope, gradient, and how to simplify algebra. Okay. Okay, let me just put down a little bit. Yeah, like this is fine. I feel comfortable here. So let me first pull up the graph. Let me come in and get the graph so I can show you how to read the graph because this is very, very important. I see a lot of students they get confusion how to read the graph. So we're gonna start with the equation of a line and then we go all the way to algebra. And if you want me to repeat anything, please let me know. Say, hey, I'm trying to repeat, please. I don't understand. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna come to the graph here. Okay, just a minute. Oh yeah, this is good. This is good. This is good. I just got something here. No. This one is good. Okay, I want to pull up the very good graph. No, not this. Sorry. You're gonna see there's something that I want to come and bring it. Okay, this one is good. I like it. Okay, cool. Okay, you're gonna see now. Okay. Okay, yes, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Okay. And then we're going to do equation of a line. Okay. So let's start with the graph phase, because it seems like a lot of students sometimes they get confusion how to read the graph. So after read the graph, and then we go to the equation of a line. Equation of a line. Okay. Equation of a line. Okay. Let's say somebody, they give you this Cartesian. We call it graph or Cartesian plane. Cartesian plane. So they say, okay, well, listen. Allocate -3, 2. So remember, these are x-axis. These are x-axis. You see here, they say this x-axis and this is y-axis. Y-axis the vertical, x-axis the horizontal. So now they say allocate -3 and 2 on a graph. So I'm going to say, well, x is -2. Remember, the first one always x, the second one always y. So when they say -3, remember -3 is going to be on the x-axis, 2 is going to be on the y-axis. So where they're going to meet up is where you allocate your point or your coordinate. So my coordinate -3x, where -3x is here. Can you see -3x? Because these are negative, these are positive, -3. And then what is y? Y equal to 2. Where is y to? Y is this one here. So where is y equal to? Y equal to 2 is somewhere here. So -3 and 2, they meet up here. So this is your point here. So I'm going to say, wow, my point is -3 and 2. Where the meet up, that's your point. Let's take more example. My apologies. So somebody give you, for example, let's say -4, -1. -4, -1. What's -4? -4, look, these are x's. Remember, the first one is x, the second one is y. So x equal to -4 means -1, -2, -3, -4. But what is y? Y equal to -1. So you must go to y. Also y, this is a y-axis, -1 is here. So what do they meet up? -4 and -1, they meet up here. So that's your coordinate. Where they meet up, that's your coordinate you need. So I'm going to say -4 and -1. Let's take more. Another one, let's say 3 and 1. 3 is -1. Those 3 now is positive. X is positive and y -1 is, the second one is y. So it's -1. So x is 3 means you go 1, 2, 3. Okay, where is negative? Y is -1. Negative y is vertical. -1 is going to be somewhere here. Where do they meet up? 3 and -1, they're going to meet up here. So that's your point to say this is 3 and -1. Okay, let's take more example. Pumzile. If you have any question, please leave a comment. Let me know. Hey, I'm trying to understand. Or you can pick up the call and call me right away. Okay. Now, let's say somebody say -7, -7, 3. Let's say +7 and 3. So x, remember the first one is x. So x is +7. X is +7 and y equal to 3. Okay, so x is +7 means, we say, well, x is +7 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what is y? Y 3. 3 means in this y-axis. So 1, 2, 3. So where do they meet up? +7 and 3, they meet up here. So that's your coordinate. 7 and 3. Where they meet up is your coordinate. Okay, let's check more. Another one. Maybe 3 more quick. And then we go to the question. Because this is not even a question, okay? They expected you to know this. Okay? When they give you the question. Now, somebody say 4, -3. So x, the first one is x, the second one is y. X equal to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Y equal to -3. -3 means -1, -2, -3. So 4, -3, look. 4 and -3, they're going to meet up here. Like 4 and -3. You take the coordinate where they meet up. So you're going to say, well, x equal to 4 and y equal to -3. So they can give you any coordinate. Okay? Okay. Maybe one more. Okay, let's say -5, 0. Oh. So now -5, 0. What that mean? So you always start with the x. Always start with the x. So they say x equal to -5. So what's -5? Means you go, these are x, remember. So the horizontal one is x, the vertical one line is y. So I go, well, x equal to -5 means you go -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 here. But where's 0? 0, y means you cannot go up, you cannot go down. Because it's right here. So it means this is going to be our point. Because we go all the way to the left. Can you go up and down? We can't, because they say y equal to 0. And when it's here, this is y equal to 0. Means you're going to say this is my coordinate, -5 and 0. Okay, let me say more example. Okay, now let's say 3, 0. So what the 3, 0 means you go, okay, x equal to 3 means 1. You always have to start with x. Never start with y. So x equal to 3 means you go 1, 2, 3 here. What about y? Y is 0. Means you can go up or down. Because y, you must either go up or down. Can you go up and down? No. Because y equal to 0. So this is going to be our point here. Means it's going to be what? It's going to be 3 and 0. See what I'm saying? More example. Maybe more example, yeah. Okay, let's say they say -5 and 0. Means x equal to -5. Means here, -5. What the value of y? Y equal to 0. Means when you get to -5, and we need to either go up or down. Can you go up or down? No, we can't, because y equal to 0. And y is either go up or down. So we can't go up and down. Means it could be -5 and 0. Okay, let me say more example. Let me more example. Okay, 4, -2. So x equal to 4 means you go, x means work on x. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the value of y? Y equal to -2. So y, either you go up or down, but a negative means is at the bottom. So go -2 down. 1, 2 here, because this is like a -2. So then it's gonna be 4 and -2. Okay, more example. Let's say they say 1, 4. X equal to 1 and y equal to 4. So x equal to 1 means work on x-axis, one step. So I'm gonna say, okay, one step here, and what the value of y? Y equals 4. Means y equals 4. So we go 1, that's our x, and then we have to step 4 steps upward, because y, you must either go up or down. But since this is positive, means you must go up. So I go 1 on the x already, but I have to go 4 steps on top. Means we go 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So this is gonna be our coordinate. X equal to 1 and y equal to 4. Okay, Pumzile, let me know. Do you understand? You want me to repeat? Let me know, my beautiful family. So I'm going to continue to the next one. But if you want me to repeat, just say, hey, I'm trying to repeat. You can leave a comment. So call me straight, say repeat. Okay, so now we know how to allocate our point on a graph. But one thing which is very, very important, let me explain that. Okay, it's called intercept. What is an intercept? Let me give an example so you're going to have an idea. I've already explained, but I did not mention the word intercepts. Okay, so if somebody give you, let's say, 3 and 0. Now, let's allocate this phase. Our x equal to 3 means walk 3 steps on x-axis, go 1, 2, 3 here. And y means we cannot go up or bottom. So means this point is going to be right here. Means it's going to be 3 and 0. 3, 0. Okay? So, let's take another one. Okay, let's say somebody say -2, 0. -2, 0 may go 1, 2, -2. But what the value of y? Y is 0, means I cannot go up or down, because for y, either have to go up and down. Can I go up and down? No, because y equal to 0, means I cannot move nowhere. So then we say, well, our coordinate of y, our coordinate is -2, 0. Even if somebody give, let's say, -5, 0. So -5, 0 means you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But can you go up and down? No, you can't, because the value of y equal to 0. So I'm going to say -5 and 0. So now you learn that, okay? Whenever the value of y equal to 0 is always, when value y equal to 0 means if you have x and y equal to 0, if you see all of these have x, I don't have a y, I have x, I don't have y. That means your coordinate is going to lie on x-axis, you can see. It's on the x-axis, means you cannot move up and down. So this one, we call it X-Intercept. X-Intercept when the value of y equal to 0. That's what we call X-Intercept. So remember that. When x, remember that intercept is like to cut or to touch. But where does it touch? It touch at x. That's what we call it what? X-Intercept. Boomzilla, please let me know. Let me know. If you want me to repeat, or I can keep going. Just leave a comment, tell me, hey, I'm trying to keep going. Or stop, repeat, let me know. Because, like I said, I do this because of you, my beautiful family. So X-Intercept is when the value of y equal to 0. Like how we saw. Now, let's go for Y-Intercept. For example, if somebody give you, let's say, 0, 5. You see this one now? Now, the value of x equal to 0. Now, let's see how we're going to allocate phase. So, the value of x equal to 0. Look, let's allocate this. So, if I say x equal to 0 means always start from the origin. This is your origin. When you allocate your point, you must start at the origin. So, either you want to go left or right. Can you go left or right? You can't, because the value of x equal to 0. Means you cannot move either left or right. But for y, yes, I can move 5 steps on top. So your intention always, you must, if, for example, let me say this. If this could be -1, then I know, okay, I must move -1. And then x equal to 5, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is my point here, because it's like 5 and -1. You see, -1 and 5 means -1 and 5. So we say -1 and 5. But now, they're not going to give like that. They want to get intercept, because you know, intercept always 1 must be 0. So now they say x equal to 0. Means you cannot move left or right. I mean, this is your origin. Remember here, 0, 0. So I cannot, because my x either have to go left or right. So can you? You cannot, because x equal to 0. But y means you have to move 5 steps to the top. Means you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so this is going to be my 0 and 5. Okay, somebody give, let's say 0 and -1. So 0 and -1 means the x, you cannot move left or right. Means, okay, can I move left or right? No, because x equal to 0. But for y, I have to move, means I have to stay where I'm at for the x, because you cannot move left or right. For x, you have to move either left or right. But y equal to -1 means I have to move one step downward here. So we're going to say this is going to be our point. What? 0 and -1. Okay, let's take another coordinate. Two more coordinate quick, and then we can start a question of a line. This is not a question of a line. This is allocate the coordinate on the XY axis, or you can call it Cartesian plane. That's how you call it, the other name of it. So now let's say somebody give you let's say 0, -7. 0, -7. So I know for x I cannot move left or right because the value of x is 0. Excuse me, sorry. So I'm going to say, well, I can't move left or right because the x equal to 0. Now, y equal to -5 means it's going to be -1, -2, -3, -5 here. So this is my coordinate. 0 and -7, my polar. Okay, let's say 0, 4. So 0, 4 is going to be, okay, I can move left or right, but y equals 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, somewhere here. So 0, 4. So what did you learn? When x equal to 0, and we have a coordinate for y, this we call it y-intercept. Means we see it cut at y. You can see all the time because x is 0. So this we call it what? Y-intercept. Means intercept is like to touch or to cut. Means yes, it does cut at y-axis. So that was just how to read the coordinate on the graph, but that most of the time they don't ask you that. They're going to ask the question, which I'm going to show you now, equation of a line. But you cannot solve equation of a line or find the slope if you don't even know how to allocate the coordinate on the Cartesian plane. Now let's go to the equation of a line now. How to solve equation of a line and draw our equation of a line. So now you have an idea, a little idea of intercept. Intercept means when you say x-intercept, meaning it cut at x and the value of y equal to 0. So if I say x-intercept, we know intercept is cut. Means I have the value of x, the value of y I don't have. That's what we call x-intercept. Okay, now if I have a 0 and y, this is the y-intercept because we have the value of y, our x we don't have. So it means this can be any coordinate and this can be any number. So this we call y-intercept because you're going to have a certain value, we don't have an x. This we call x-intercept because we're going to have an x, we don't have a y. For example, let's take a question. But before we start to solve order, we can just go straight. Another thing which is very, very crucial, because this is for beginning, and a lot of people sometimes they don't know how to read a number or coordinates or signs. If somebody give you, let's say -3, before we go there. If you have a plus and plus or minus and minus, these signs are the same. So if these signs are the same, it's always going to give you positive. Remember, same is same as say positive. If you have the same sign, means positive. As long as they're the same, they're together, it gives you positive. Okay? But if it's different, then it's different game. You see what I'm saying? So these are the same. So it's going to give us positive. Even these are the same. Means negative and negative, positive, 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 positive. Now, what if it's negative? So then you just remember same is positive. Just remember that word. Same is positive. Now let's go when the sign is different. So if it's different, it does not matter which one start, which one end, then it's going to give you negative. So difference is negative. For example, somebody give a plus and negative. Negative and plus, whichever start. So these are difference. Difference is going to give you negative. So remember, difference is what is negative. Difference is negative. Difference negative. So why am I introducing this? Because I want to show you something very, very important. Okay? So difference is negative always. Okay, let's take this one here. The most important things here, look. If you have any number, right? The sign of anything is always on the left. Let me write here. To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. You remember that song? You remember that song? To the left, means any number or any variable, the sign always on the left. For example, if somebody give you negative x plus 4 minus y. So you look to the left. When you take any number, you must take it with each sign. The sign of anything is to the left. So you say, okay, why am I cycle with the sign? Because anything when you need, you must take with each sign, which is to the left. So the sign of x is negative because I look at the left. What is the sign of 4? To the left, to the left. You must take with the sign. It's positive 4. What is the sign of y? Y is negative. So you must take with the sign which is to the left. Okay, now let's take a little example because I want to go to the intercept. But if you don't know basic algebra, it's going to be hard for you to get an intercept. Okay, Now, for example, let's check this out. Somebody give, let's say, a negative 2y, excuse me, sorry, 2y minus 3. Oh, sorry. Minus 3 equal to minus 4y. So first and foremost here, we have an equal sign here. You see this equal sign? So what we have to do, this is algebra right now. Because for me to show you intercept, you must know algebra, which I'm going to show you right now. So you have a negative 2y minus 3 equal to negative 4y. So remember, you have to group the like terms. Like term must be grouped. Which are like term here? The similar one, this has a y and this one has a y. So this must be one side. But remember, when you say one side, remember you must pay attention to your equal sign. So that's my equal sign. So what I'm going to do, this y I better take to the other y. Letter must be with a letter. Number must be with a number. So I'd rather take this over this equal sign. That's why I start with my equal sign always. So on the left, I'm having negative 2y still there. Only this one come here because he must follow her or his brother because they look alike. But remember, let me write. Only, you heard the Pumzilla? Only if it jump equal sign is when the sign change. Only if it jump equal sign is when the sign change. So this is going to jump this equal sign. So this sign is not going to be normal. It's going to become positive because the sign of 4 is negative. So when it jumps, it's going to become what? Positive 4y. Because only it jump equal sign. It does not matter which direction. Since it jump equal sign, then the sign is going to change. So this is, instead of becoming negative, it's going to become positive because it jumped this equal sign. But here, you also, it's not supposed to be here because here, we need only letters. So this one must jump over also to the other side because it must be separately. Number, letter. This 3 has no y. It just is negative 3. So it's going to jump and it's going to come here. So remember, when this one went here, there's nothing here. Remember, because it went to y. So since there's nothing, this is going to come here. It's going to be not negative 3. It's going to become positive 3 because it jumped equal sign. So negative 2y plus 2y. So all you need to do, since they are y and y, you can plug in the calculator. Just say negative 2 plus 4. Don't say 4y. And give me the answer. Pumzilla, plug in the calculator, give me the answer right. So when you take negative 2 plus 4, it's going to give you 2. Let me show you in the calculator. This is for a beginner, right? For people who don't know how to do this. So say negative 2, and then we plus 4. And this is going to give us equal 2. So we're going to say, wow, I got that. So negative 2 plus 4 is going to be 2. But remember, this is the y, so it must be 2 with the y. Equal to 3. Okay? So the next thing here, we want to get the value of y. How are we going to get to y? To get the y means I must divide by 2. I must divide by 2. This is this concept. So we're going to say, y equal to 3 over 2. Let me check more example. 3 more example, and then we go to the y-intercept equation of a line. Like I say, before for us to go to equation of a line, slope, graph, and intercept, you must know this basic algebra. Okay, let's take more example quick. Okay, somebody give you, let's say somebody give you, okay, let's say 6 minus 3y or 3x every time 3y. Okay, 3x equal negative 7x plus 18. So now, if you can look carefully, we have x and we have a numbers. So let's group the number and x's. So can you please explain again what is the intercept? Okay, I'm gonna come back to the intercept. Very good. I'll explain again intercept. Okay, let me just finish this and then I'll come back to the intercept. Don't worry about it. Thank you so much for asking, Pumzilla. I appreciate it. Ask me the question like that. I like that. Okay, look. So we say here, I'll come back to the intercept very, very soon. And thank you. I'll just show you a question now. Show you a question now. So now we say here, right? We have to group the like terms. So you have this equal sign, you write equal sign. Let me finish this question, then I'll go to the intercept again since you did not understand. Okay. So now, negative 7x, and you have a negative 3. So we have to group the like terms on one side. So I'm going to write my equal sign here. X's must be with the x, number must be with the number. So these and these are like terms. So let me group them. Let me put all these to the left. So to the left, look how I'm going to do here. These, you see I take with the sign? You don't just say 3x. You must take with each sign on the left. You don't just take a number alone. You must take with the sign. Huh? So now on the left, I have a negative 3x. And on the right, I have it. When you say right, means the right of equal sign. That's my reference. Like I refer to the equal sign. Means on the left of equal sign. On the equal sign is like your key. I'm going to explain to you very soon about the intercept now. But let me finish up this one. So this one is going to come all the way to the left. And this must go to the left. Because I want to separate letter and number. So on it, because I decided to take this to the left. So on the left here, I still have my negative 3x. I don't write 6 because I know 6 is going to go over. Because number, letter. So this is going to be here. On the left of equal sign, you see this is my equal sign? So on the left here, I'm writing this here. And this is going to jump also must come to the left. But remember, when you jump, the sign is negative. It's not going to be negative. It's going to become positive. So it's going to become positive 7x. And this 6 must jump and go to the number. But on the right, I have a positive 18. You see I take with the sign? Can you see? So when this jump, so first and foremost, which sign is this? This is positive. If you have, let's say, 8, what's the sign of 8? Since there's no sign, you assume this is positive. If there's no sign, you assume it's a positive. So when this one jump here, we assume if the number or anything does not have a sign, we assume it's positive. So when this one jump and go to the number, it's going to become negative. So we're going to say negative 3 plus 7. You take your calculator, negative 3 plus 7, negative 3 plus 7. So don't worry about the x's because they're both x's. Just say negative 3 plus 7. Negative 3 plus 7 equal to positive 4. But with the x, remember this has an x, equal to 18 minus 6 equal to 12. So 4x equal to 12. So for me to get x here, I must divide by 4, divide by 4. This and this cancel. So x equal to, what is 12 divided by 4 equal to? 3. Now, so I have to repeat the intercept because Pumzilla says she did not understand the intercept. Explain again intercept. I'm trying to explain again intercept. I don't understand it. That's what she said. Now let's go back to the intercept. Let's get back to the intercept. When you say intercept, right? Let me explain again. Well, if you say X-intercept, means X, we have a value. The value of Y, we don't know. Means it's 0. Not we don't know, it's 0. But if you say Y-intercept, okay, let me say something. Remember the first one is always X, the second one is Y. So when you say X-intercept means X is the value because you even mentioned X. X means you have an X but a Y equal to 0. That's when you say X-intercept. When you say Y-intercept, meaning this is 0 but a Y will have a value. Because remember it's X and Y always. You must have to the X and Y. Always X and Y. Y is the second letter. Just a minute, please. I want to get some water. Just a minute, sorry. My Paul, I want you to get some water. My Paul, sorry. Okay? Let me say it again one more time. And I apologize. I want you to get some water for me. So when X-intercept, Y equal to 0. Just remember, X-intercept. Okay, so what that mean, for example? So remember, like I said, let me say one more time. So we remember any coordinates have X and Y. Any coordinate. You see, everything that we allocate on the graph at face, it was X and Y. So when the X equal to 0, and then you have a Y, this we call Y-intercept, means X equal to 0. This is Y. You can see the value of Y is just a Y. And then when you say X-intercept means you have an X, you don't have a Y. For example, it could be, let's say, negative 3 and 0. See, X always the face one. Always X the face coordinate. Okay? So you see, this is X-intercept because we have a value of X, we have Y, we don't have. And we can even allocate this on X. Because when you say the word intercept means cut. Intercept is cut or touch, but on X or Y. Here, for example, let's allocate on a graph. Negative 3 is X. What is negative 3? Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Because yes, we can go to the left. That's the value of X. What the value of Y? The value of Y equal to 0 means can you go up and down? No, you can't because Y equal to 0 means I cannot move up or down. Can't move up or down. So then, this is negative 3 and 0. So what did you observe there? I observed that the value of negative 3, 0 is on the x-axis. Or in other way, it does touch or it does lie on the x-axis. That's what we call this X-intercept because it's on the x. Okay, let's say somebody say 4, 0. What that mean? X equal to 4. Can I go left to the right? Yes, because X is on X. But yes, we can move 4 steps to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. Can you move to up or down? No, we can't, because Y equal to 0. And Y means you have to go up or down. But I can't. So I'm going to say 4 and 0. So these are X-intercept because everything is on the X-axis. So these are X-intercept is on X-axis. What about Y-intercept? So for Y-intercept, like I say, Y-intercept means X equal to 0. But remember, any coordinate must have X and Y. Always X starts and then Y come after. So when you say Y-intercept means you have the value of Y, but you don't have X. Once they mention that intercept, but intercept is on a Y. So you're going to have a Y, you don't have X. For example, somebody say 0, -3. So 0, -3 means you can see there. X we don't have, Y equal to -3. What that means? Means I can move. Can I move left or right? No, you can't, because the value of X equal to 0. You can only move on the Y axis. How many steps? Look, X wouldn't means I can go left or right. I can't, because the value of Y I don't have. But Y equal to -3 means you go -1, -2, -3 here. So this is our Y-intercept. Why do I say Y-intercept? Because there is no X here. Or in other way, it does lie on a Y. It does touch or it does cut on a Y. And the value of X is 0. Then that's a Y-intercept. Okay, more example for a Y-intercept. Let's say 0, 5. So we don't have X. So Y-intercept is only when you don't have X equal to 0 in the value of Y you have. For example here, X equal to 0 means I cannot move or left or right. I cannot. But the value of Y, yes, I can move 5 steps to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because it's positive. So I'm going to say Y here. I mean, this is going to be 0 and 5. So this is Y-intercept because you don't have an X, but we have a Y. Y equal to 5. So I'm going to continue. So that's how you know X-intercept and Y-intercept. Okay? Yeah. So when Y-intercept, X equal to 0. When X-intercept, you see Y equal to 0. So it's just like that. When X-intercept, Y equal to 0. When Y-intercept, see, Y-intercept, X is 0. When X-intercept, Y equal to 0. Now, let's go ahead and continue the other part. But if you still want me to repeat, Pumzile, do let me know. I'm trying to repeat that. I don't understand. I'm going to repeat, no problem. Okay, Y-intercept, the value of X is 0 and X. Yes! 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 I'm going to have to check on my glasses a little bit. Because, yeah, you're right. Yes. Let me check on my glasses. Because she got it right. Yes, Pumzil. Very good. Yes. Now let's get to our business. Let's get on to our business. So now, let's say somebody give you, okay. Let's say somebody give you is a lot of lights here in front of me. But hey, you can tell me now, Twana, put on your glass or take off your glasses. Okay, whatever you want. Because I'm saying, hey, I'm trying to take off your glass. We want to see you. Okay? So I had to take off my glass. But if you prefer me to put on my glass, you can tell me, put on your glass back, please. And then I'll do it. Okay? So, because I like when you wear your glass, I understand you more. So I was like, oh, take off, please. I understand you more. So whatever you want, and then I'll do it for you. Now, so let's check more example. Let's check now. Somebody give you, for example, Y equal to -3x plus 4. Now they say find X-intercept, find Y-intercept. Oh, so this question they say find what? X-intercept and Y-intercept and sketch a graph. So they want X-intercept, Y-intercept, sketch the graph. Now how are we going to do that? Look, if we start with the X-intercept, now I'm going to start with the X-intercept. When X-intercept, we know Y equal to 0. Oh yes, when X-intercept, Y equal to 0. So what that means? Means I'm going to go to, you see, they say Y equal to 0. So now I'm going to, look, I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my question. I say, okay, do I know the value of Y? I know the value of Y. I do. What's the value of Y? Let me say it again. We want to get X-intercept. Because that's how they say, find X-intercept and Y-intercept. Now go, when X-intercept, let me start with the X-intercept. So we know for fix when X-intercept, Y equal to 0. So now I'm going to go to my equation, say, do I know my Y? Oh yes, my Y equal to 0. So I'm going to say, instead of this Y here, I'm going to say 0. I'll go to my equal, and then I'll say equal. Negative, I'll say negative. Do I know my value of x? No, I don't know my value of x. So I'll write the way how it is. Plus 4, 4. So what I'm going to do, we know for x now, well, we have to separate this stuff. Letter with the letter, number with the number. So I'd rather take this to the left here, because this is going to come here as a letter. And then this one here is going to come to the right here as a number, because I have to separate letter and number. So this I'll take to the left. If I take to the left, remember it must left of e cosine, of e cosine. So when I jump this to the left, it's going to become what? Look, once it jump e cosine, this sign is going to change. It's going to become positive. It will become positive x. And this 0, it just is 0, so I don't have to write anything. So here my e cosine, my e cosine. On the right, I'm left with the positive 4. Can you see how I take my number? With the sign. You must take with the sign. So on the right of e cosine, I'll be left on with positive 4. So if I want to get the value of x here, you must divide. Divide by this number here, because I want x, I don't need 3. Divide by 3, divide by 3. This and this cancel, because it's the same thing. So x equal to 4 over 3. 4 over 3. But if you want to calculate 4 over 3, it's going to become 1.3. 1.3 if you put in the calculator. So x-intercept, when x-intercept, look, x-intercept is this one here, right? Which is going to be 1.3, but the value of y-intercept equal to 0. So we already have x-intercept. Let's go for y-intercept. So then I'll erase, but I need to be very, very fast, okay? Because for each question, they give like 1 minute. That's why I'm trying to go fast, but also at the same time, I have to make sure you understand. But how you understand? You have to be practicing these things, okay? Just like when you're young, you're born, your baby mama say, you gotta brush your teeth, baby, okay? Your mama teach you, your daddy teach you, your sister how to iron your outfit. You learn how to walk. It's about practicing, okay? So you do every time. So now we're done with x-intercept. You can see x is 1.3, y equal to 0. Now we want to go for y-intercept. But when y-intercept, look, when y-intercept, x equal to 0. You see how I wrote? Y-intercept, x equal to, in their position, because always x and y. So I say y-intercept, x equal to 0. Now let's come here now. So do we know a y? We don't know a y. You can see, because I have to look at this coordinate now. Now we go for y-intercept, right? Because when y-intercept equal to 0. So do we know a y? We don't know. So write the way how it is. Equal, equal. -3, -3. Whenever there's a letter, I'm going to write my bracket. Do I know my x? Oh, yes, my x equal to 0 now. It's going to become 0. Plus 4, 4. So my y equal, now, -3 times 0 equal to 0, plus 4 equal to just plus 4. Because -3 times 0, -3 times 0 is 0. Anything times 0 equal to 0. So we're going to say y equal to 4 is just a 4. Because 0 plus 4 equal to 4. So now we're going to say, well, these things here is going to become what? 0 just a 0, but the value of y-intercept equal to 4. Oh, so we know x-intercept now. This is y-intercept and x-intercept. So what we're going to do, we're going to allocate on a Cartesian plan. Let me write my x-intercept and y-intercept aside. What is x-intercept? Negative. Okay, let's erase everything. Okay, x-intercept equal to -1.3 and 0. Okay, y-intercept is 0 and 4. So what we're going to do is simply gonna allocate these coordinates of x and y-intercept on a graph. And we know how to read our coordinates on a graph. Let's read our coordinates in the graph. So we say, well, what the value of x? X-intercept is 1.3, y, this x-intercept because 1.3, y equal to 0. So what is 1.3? This is, negative 1.3. Okay. This is -1. -2, -3, -4. So -1 is going to be here, but a 1.3 is going to be somewhere here. If you approximate, because -1.3, this is -1, this is -2, so -1.3 is going to be somewhere here, let's say. Because it's not -1.5, it's like almost 1.5, because this is like, okay, for example, okay, let me say this, sorry. This is -1, -2, so -1.5 is at the center here, -1.5. Because remember, the negative number increases as you go to the left. Which is the reverse. When you do to the right, is like, for example, if somebody say 3.5, 3.5 is like this, 3 and 4. So if it's going to be 3.5 somewhere. But this is -1.3. It's going to be somewhere here, let's say. We do a rough sketch. And what the value of y? Y is 0, because I cannot go up and down because it's intercept. You know, intercept always lie on it. X, because it's x. Now, let's go for the next one. 0, 4. X equal to 0. Can I go to the left, right, or left? No, because x, you can't move left or right. Okay, let me say something first. Huh? The first column is negative 1.3 and 0. Let's go to the next one. 0 and 4. 0 and 4 means x, I cannot move left or right, but y equal to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So this is 0 and 4. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect these two coordinates. Okay, come and connect this point. Sorry, it's just a rough sketch. So this is your equation of a line, but we use intercept. So for that being said, I'm going to say, well, I'm done already. But remember, always when you finish, you must show the arrow to say, this was drawn from our equation of a line. Oh, I forgot that equation. It was y. You just show the arrow and then you write that equation which we had. I forgot that equation. It was y equal to 4x plus. Okay, it's fine, no problem. But I think you understand, right? When you finish, you must show your arrow. You have this is your line that you need, and then you must show the arrow. Anyway, you can even show here the arrow say y equal to. I forgot that equation which I was solving, which you guys okay. But are you gonna write that equation here? That y equal to okay. Let's take another question here. So we're done with this. I'm gonna do more example for you to understand, right? So they're gonna give a coordinate. They're gonna give a question. They say, draw the equation or find x-intercept, find y-intercept. Somebody give, for example, they say, okay, we have let's say 3y plus 2x equal to 12. Let's say minus of this minus. Find x-intercept and y-intercept. So what I'm going to say, well, I can get that easy. So how am I going to get there? I'll say, well, first and foremost, well, let me wear my glasses a little bit. Let me wear my glasses a little bit, hey? I'm addicted to it. It's my new glasses, actually, huh? So I need to wait. I have to dress my glasses. So first and foremost, I'm going to say, okay, let me get x-intercept. When x-intercept, y equal to 0. X-intercept, y equal to 0. Okay? And when y is, I'm sorry, I say something in reverse, then my apology. This is y-intercept. When y-intercept x equal to 0, because it's y-intercept. Because remember, any coordinate must have x and y. So when y's intercept, you see, when y-intercept x equal to 0. But when x-intercept, value of y equal to 0. So we're going to allocate this into the equation. Let's start with the, I like to start with the x-axis, x-intercept. So I'm going to say my x-intercept, we know y equal to 0. Now let's go to the equation now. So I'm going to come to this equation which they gave me. Negative 3. Do I know my y? Yes, y equal to 0. Because for x-intercept. Plus 2x equal negative 12. So what we're going to do here, we say, well, now what is negative 3 times 0? Negative 3 times 0 equal to 0. Plus 2x equal to negative 12. So 0 plus anything, that's something. So 2x equal to, and this is going to be negative 12. So divided by 2, and divided by 2, this and this cancel. So x equal to, how many 2 in negative 12? Divide this is going to give you negative 6. Oh, so I can rewrite this and say this same as say x equal to negative 6 and y equal to 0. So I'm done with the x-intercept. Now I want to go for the y-intercept. You can see here, when x-intercept, y equal to 0. Now we want to go for y-intercept. What about y-intercept? When y is intercept, x equal to 0. Because remember, it's x and y. So now y-intercept, x equal to 0. Okay? Now let's go solve this. We're going to have to substitute that in the equation. So we're going to say, okay, well, negative 3. Oh, I'm sorry. So now we're going to come here and say, okay, well, negative. You just go with your flow, negative. Do I know the value of y? I don't know the value of y here. So I'll write down how it is. Plus 2. Do I know the value of x? X equal to 0. So I'm going to put my bracket and say my x equal to 0 equal to negative 12. So we say, okay, negative 3, 2 times 0 is just a 0. So this is like same 0 because anything times 0 equal to 0. Negative 3y equal to negative 12. So we're going to have to divide by negative 3 and negative 3 throughout. Divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3. This and this cancels. So my y equal to negative positive. How many 3 in 12 equal to 4? So I'm going to say, wow, my y-intercept is 0 and the value of y equal to 4. This is why I know now is 4. So what I'm going to do, I'll simply come in a calculator and allocate this coordinate. So, well, okay, so now I'm going to say, now we go. Let's start with the first one. Negative 6, 0. means that's going to be x-intercept, because x equal to -6, y is 0, means it's going to be right this x-intercept, because on the x-axis, it lies there, it cut there, and we don't have the value of y, means we cannot go up or down. Let's go to the next one. 0, 4 means x equal to 0, means you can go left and right, but the y equal to 4 means you go 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So this could become 0 and 4, and this one here is what? -6 and 0. So what you're going to do, simply join your lines. See, join. G. And you can show this arrow to say this line continue. We're done already. So what you can do, say, okay, well, this was the equation of this one here, which is -3y plus 2x equal to -12. Okay, now I can do one more question, more example, and then after that we can touch another things. Okay, let's do more example, and then after we're gonna touch slope and gradient and equation of a line and so on. More example. For the intercept, more example for the intercept. So they're going to give you anything. They say, okay, where is intercept here? So intercept is where it cut at x or cut at y. It depends. They could say x-intercept or y. Okay, let's take another one, the last one. Let's say somebody give you, okay, let's say 2/5 minus, oh, I'm sorry, kind of. Oh, my pen. Okay, just a minute, sorry. My pen kinda, okay, so. Okay, it's back. We're back now. Let's say minus 2/3, 2/5x, and let's say minus y equal, let's say 10. So let's say, well, draw this graph. Find x and y-intercept. So let me start with the x-intercept. So when x-intercept, we know y equal to 0. And when is y-intercept, okay, let's start with the x-intercept first. And when y is intercept, x equal to 0. Now let's start with the x-intercept. So we want to know now which are those coordinates. When we have an x, we don't have a y. And now when we have a x equal to y, x equal to 0 means this is y-intercept. We want to find the value of y. We want to get this value, we want to get this value. Now let's start with the x-intercept. We know when x-intercept, y equal to 0. So I want to come here to my equation. X-intercept means I'm going to come, so okay, 2/5 is just a 2/5. Do I know the value of x here? The value of x is just x. You must take this coordinate from here. X is just x. Minus, minus. Do I know my value of y? Value of y we know equal to 0 here. Equal to 10 equal 10. So then what we're going to say here, we say, wow, I can continue this. This number must go to the number. 0 must go over there because this letter must be a separate side. So it's going to be 2/5x equal. This side there's a 10, but this 0 just a 0. It's not going to have an effect. Even if I take over, leave it here, it just that number. It's not going to have an effect, 0. So what I'm going to do, I want to get the value of x. I'm going to get the value of x here. I don't need 2/5 because I just need x. So divide by 2/5, divide by 2/5. This and this cancel. So our x equal to 10 divided by 2/5. Okay, so I'm going to come here and say, wow, 10 is just a 10. And then come here to the divide and then put your bracket because the denominator is fraction. I put my bracket and they say 2/5. 2, always put in a bracket. It's going to be better. It's going to save your life from not having some errors. Close your bracket. And we know for fact this is going to be 25. 25, yes. So value of x-intercept equal 25. X-intercept equal 25. Oh, my apologies. I'm sorry. Why is doing this now? Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. 25. Okay, just a minute. My pen, just a minute, sorry. I don't know. Kind of freezing a little bit here. Okay. Yeah, now it's okay. So X is going to be equal to 20, 25. So X-intercept, we know is 25. So you're going to say 25. Now, let's go for the Y-intercept. And I'm sorry about that. So for the Y-intercept, we say, well, for Y-intercept, we say X always equal to 0, and then we want to get Y-intercept. So we go to your origin equation they give to you. So we go 205, it's just a 205. Do you know the value of X? I come here to my point. Yes, I know equal to 0. So I'm not going to write X, I'll write my 0. Minus, minus. Y is just a Y. Equal to 10 equal 10. So anything times 0 is just 0. Minus y equal 10 equal 10. 0 minus negative y is negative y equal 10 equal 10. I just need y, I don't need negative. I just need only y. I don't need this negative. So divide by negative 1 because here is the negative 1. Divide by negative 1. This and this cancel. So y equal to 10 divided by negative 1 equal to negative 10. Oh, well. So now this is going to be 0, 0, but the value of y equal to negative 10. So now what I'm going to do, I'll simply allocate this coordinate on a Cartesian plane. But this graph did not go to 25, but I'll see how I can maneuver around here. X is 25, y equal to 0. So 25 is going to be somewhere here. We don't know where, but I just assume it's here. But I know it's too far. It could be somewhere here. Okay. Know what about that one? I'll come back. What is value of y? 0, negative 10 means 0x, but a value of y equal to negative 10 means way down. Okay? Or let's assume, let's say this is 5, this is 10, this is 15, this is 25, this is going to be, this is 20, this is 25. We just assume, so let's say it's here. But for y, 0 and negative 10, let's say this is negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, negative 10. We just assume. We just go like that. So this is negative 10. But in your graph, which they're going to give to you, all you have is going to be showing straight. So for the first one, 25, 0 means it's going to be 25, 0 is going to be somewhere here. And this is going to be 0, negative 10 means it's going to be somewhere here. There's negative 10. So these are coordinates. We're going to simply come and join them. That's all. And now you have a equation of a line. So for that being said, you're going to say this is my equation, which is, you write this, 2 over 5x minus y minus 10. Okay? Now, I'm done with the X-intercept, but before I continue, I think the session is supposed to be 1 hour, but let me just confirm with Pumzilla and all my beautiful family here, so that we know either we continue with the class or we stop here for now. And then for the rest of the class, for the other people who have my consultation or reach me inbox, we have a classes, the full classes, they can reach me. If you want the full classes, past papers, and us go through different books, you can reach me in my inbox. Let me check Pumzilla right here and see how, if you could. Cause yeah, this was just a morning class. I just want to make sure that if we continue, we stop here. Because I know she had other appointment, and I just want to make sure from Pumzilla and Fifi, Lamine, and everybody, my beautiful family, and all my QMI family. But anybody want to have a intensive class, you can reach me live in my inbox, and then we can arrange. Hey, may you please one question from the question paper? We gonna come there. Don't worry about it, face. I want you to understand. To solve, I can just solve everything in a minute. But the problem is you understand the concepts. So you want me to solve one question? Let me show you something new now if you got time. Okay, so let me know your time, face. Let me know your time. Let me know. Okay. So yeah, for that being said, we'll stop here. Because my beautiful family who booked for this session, yeah, they suggest we can stop now. But as far as more question, past paper package, you know, if you want my service, you can reach me inbox. We can arrange. We have a very special class, private class, which is not on public. Reach me. This was just to show you. This is for the beginners, but we have intensive, fast, and all of that. So for that being said, thanks a lot for your time, man. If you FaceTime here on my platform, make sure, okay, first and foremost, click the like button. Click that like button before you move out of here. I see my beautiful people watching there. Click the like button, and then after that, if you have you don't know what we do for the community, we have a feeding program helping orphans with the little that we have, you know, trying to impact people's life, you know, with the knowledge that we have acquired or self-taught or the knowledge I've learned from other people. So I use that knowledge to also change my beautiful brothers and sisters around me and the community, as far as teaching them coding skills, programming skills, entrepreneurship skills that you can do things by your own sometime. Okay, you don't have to rely heavily on a job and oh give me the, you know, we can always do by your own. As far as you have skills, you know, learn different skills, and then you can do your own self-employment, okay, and generate income from you, and you can help other people. And there's people, or those friends, brothers and sisters who are vulnerable, they can change their life and the life. For that being said, thanks a lot for the time, and we're gonna stop here. And anybody want my service, feel free. You can reach me through my cell phone number. It's all over social media. You can simply go to Facebook. You're gonna get all my information. Turn our bundles on Facebook, and also you can simply just go and email me mtwanawabantu at gmail.com. Just like I see there with a small letter, mtwanawabantu at gmail.com. You can inbox me straight if you need my service. Thanks a lot. Peace and I'm out.